Okay, today I'm going to talk about the Spry Menu Bar widget and also the Accordion widget for Spry. And I've already created just a folder here for a new site, and it's completely blank right now. I have nothing inside. And I'm going to go ahead and create a new HTML, just a blank layout page. And you can do one of two things here. You can use, like I was doing in class, I was using a table, but in this case I'm going to go ahead and insert a div just to use as a wrapper for the information that I'm going to use or have. Now, before I do that, I wanted to show you what it's going to look like if you just were to drop in, say, a Spry Accordion. So I'm going to go ahead and just go to Spry in my insert menu here and select Spry Accordion, and it says I have to actually save this document before inserting widgets, which I'm going to do now. Say OK, and I'm just going to give this a name. And you can see here that the Spry automatically is inserted, and it's the length of the actual web page itself, or the window here. So typically when you drop in a Spry, that's what's going to happen, especially with the accordion. So if you want to contain that in a smaller area, again, you can input or insert a div before doing that. I'm going to go ahead and do that. Just wanted to show you what that would do when you insert that. So again, I've deleted the accordion Spry, and I'm going to go back up to layout, and I'm going to insert a div tag. And again, this is going to be my container. And I'm going to just do a new CSS rule for that, like we've done many times before. And I'm going to give that a width of 840 by 800 for now, and also the margins, I want those to be centered, so I'm going to go ahead and do right auto and left auto and click apply and OK. Once again, OK. Right now it's hard to see, but I have my div in here, and the content goes here. So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to insert a couple more divs. One for my header, and actually I'm going to name this menu. Okay. And I'm going to go ahead and add a color to that so you can see it. Going down here and just applying that to the menu so that you can kind of see where the differences are. Okay, so that's for my menu bar. And I'm going to go ahead and insert another div for the accordion. And this will be Spry Accord. Just a simple, again, lowercase definition, or something that'll remind me of what that div is all about. And I'm going to go ahead and also give that a little bit of a background color. Okay. And for now on height, I'm going to say auto. I'm going to say apply, OK. And first of all, what I'm going to do is start laying out my menu bar, my Spry menu bar, and that's going to go right above my Spry accordion. So I'm going to highlight that which says content for ID, menu goes here. I'm going to go ahead and delete that. Just hit insert so you can see that area. And then I'm going to go to Spry, and I'm going to insert a Spry menu bar, and it's going to give you two options here, horizontal or vertical. In this case I want horizontal. I'm just going to say OK, and there it is. You can always get rid of, oops, the spacing in there in a little bit. So in class we talked about how you can actually change these items in here by clicking on a blue Spry Menu Bar tab right above it. Below in the properties you'll see that you have Menu Bar 1, which is giving you the properties for that widget. And also you have item 1, item 2, 3, 4, and so on. And some of these you'll notice have a little sub-menu of items that you can also use. And the first one, what I'm going to do is name that in the properties panel under text here. I'm going to name that home. Okay. And of course you'd be linking if you had other pages in here. Right now I don't, so for purposes of this demo I'm just showing you how the Spry menu works. Under home I'm going to go ahead and add a submenu to that, and for item 1.1 that'll be about us, and perhaps maybe also I'll add a contact. Now this is all depending on how many items you want to add in that area. I don't need item 1.3, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to hit this little remove menu bar. You can also add menu bar, and you can see that if you roll over the plus or minus key it tells you what that's going to do. So I'm going to go ahead and remove that item 1.1. So right now I have home, about us, and contact. Item 2 will be locations. Better yet, that's going to be services. Services. And item 3 now will be locations. And you can also see that this has some submenu to it. I'm going to go ahead and just add in here some names. Modesto, Escalon, oops, Escalon, and perhaps Riverbank. Just a couple of towns there. Under Modesto you have some items. It could be that you have 2 stores in Modesto. So you could always say store at Standiford, and this one can be store in McKinley. Item 4 is going to be, let's see, I have contact here. Services, locations, and how about if we make this just mission? Okay. Okay. Okay, so just for purposes of putting information in here, I've added these content ones. And I'm going to go ahead and now click out. And we can go ahead and save that now. And of course it's going to copy all those dependent files. As you know, Spry assets have a lot of CSS, JavaScript. There's also some graphics in here that you can change later on if you wish to. So that it'll match the theme of your website itself. And I hit OK. And now in class we were having a little bit of difficulty lining this up actually. or actually centering this, and I found a way to do that. But first what I'm going to do is I'm going to go ahead and preview that in one of our browsers here. So you've got the nice Spry that you can look at here, which is nice. A nice little interactive menu for everyone. And go ahead and close that down. But say we want this lined up. So I found that each one of these little menu itself, little divs, individual divs, have a width of 8M. Okay, so 8M. All of these are 8M. So what I found that if we actually go to the Spry menu itself, and we go over to CSS, and we make this, of course you see this menu bar horizontal is for the whole item itself. The little pause there. Anyways, going back to our Spry, we're going to be clicking on menu bar horizontal, click there, and go to the box area, and you can see that the width is auto right now. We're going to give that a width. What I've done is, those are 8M each, so what I'm going to do is 8 times 4, 32M. I'm doing my calculations correct. And then for margins, I'm going to go ahead and give that again an auto and an auto, and hopefully this will center that for us within that div. Let's take a look, and sure enough it did. So that's what we want to do in order to center it is just times the little boxes here, whatever width they are, you times it by how many buttons you actually have there, and that's going to center that for you. Now you can also, as we did in class, change some of these color schemes that we're using. So you can do that by just clicking on the Spry menu for the horizontal bar here, and then clicking, you can see that the hover, the linking, and all of those have some properties to that, and you can go through here and just make changes as you would need them. So right now let's move over to the Spry Accordion, and I do have some content that I'll be using for that. So I have it in a Word document just so that I could have some text for you to use. So I'm going to grab that and come right back. I'm going to go ahead and put that in, and I'll be right back. Okay, so what I did is I went out and grabbed, let me refresh this here, and see if I can see that. Okay, actually what I needed to do here is this refresh F5 so that you could see now that I've imported a Word doc with some information that we'll be using for the Spry Accordion. So in this case, again, go back to that div for the content for ID Spry Accordion. Goes here, and I'm going to go ahead and delete that. And it looks like it went away, but let's try to put in a Spry Accordion, and there it is. Okay, so it defaults to label 1 and label 2, so you have 2 areas to put in 4 locations. And in this case, I'm going to just put it here on the desktop. that'll be one of the locations for us. And in the content area, you can see that the div has the color according to what I had placed within that one div. You can always go back and change that later, and also make changes like we talked about for the CSS itself, for that accordion, by using the method for the CSS information there. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go ahead and bring in that information. It's a good idea to sometimes just bring that information in directly to your document. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to do another page really quick here. And I'm going to say new page, and I would just want a blank page. That way I'll have it to toggle between. So I'm just going to import a Word document. And here it is. This is what I used for class, so it might not match the locations that I have right now. So you can see I also have some images which I'm not going to use at this point. I'm going to delete those. Okay. So we'll make this Modesto. Yeah. Escalon and Riverbank. I'll just change those to match my menu bar there. Let me just get rid of this and change that to Modesto. Okay. So this is the information that I'm going to be inputting inside of that tab itself. So I'm going to go ahead and Control C to copy that over. And then I'll insert that in here. And I'll go ahead and make this an Escalon tab. And then go back to my document. Wait. Let's make sure that this is actually visible. So what I did is you have a little eye that opens that up, and a little eye down here that spreads that out. So making sure that you see this content to area, that's where you're going to put in the information. Control copy, Control V. And okay, we need one more tab. So what we could do here is again click on Spry Accordion tab here, the blue tab, and down in your properties menu, properties panel, you can go ahead and add a panel. I'm going to do that now, and then I'm going to just name it Riverbank. Again, the content is showing for that, so I'm going to go ahead, tab over here, pick up that information, Control copy it, Control V, and now we have our information in our little accordion Spry. Save all. Oops, it's asking me to actually save the second page, and I'll just give that a Word doc. Oh, store text. How's that? Save that. And let's preview this time in Google Chrome and see what happens. So we have our centered Spry menu at the top, and our little tabs here to show us the locations. Okay, so going back, taking this just a little bit further, I'm going to go ahead and make changes to some of these colors for the Spry itself. You can see here that by clicking within these, you get the sub-menu, you know, the name of wherever location you're at. So I'm going to go ahead and just take clues from that. And I'm going to go over and just kind of click in here to see if I find that gray color that I want to change. And since there's so many items, you have to kind of click through each one. So here you have your link colors, and you can see that I'm going to change that to black. Now you can see that's a little bit more clearer. The background color, I'm going to change that to kind of a, actually I can match that color, which will be kind of cool for a moment there. See what that looks like. And this is our hover colors, and I'm going to go ahead and change this to kind of a yellow color, and also change that to black. I'm trying to match the scheme of things here. And for now, I'm just going to check to see what that looks like. Save all, and I'm going to view that. And you can see that the colors are looking better now. That's what you want to do to change the look and feel of things. You can also go in and change the font. And I'm going to do that also. Going into, I believe I can do it here. Oh, I will change that to Cedar. And there you have it. I've changed the font as well. Same thing goes with the accordion. So you want to make changes to that accordion by using the CSS. Make sure that you look at the name of the CSS itself. This is actually still selected to the Spry Menu Bar horizontal, so you want to make sure you close that up and just work with the Spry Accordion. So now you can go ahead and start making changes there. So that's the way that you would input a Spry Accordion in the Spry Menu Bar, and hopefully this was helpful for you. Again, centering this just consists of, seeing what the width of each of these little menu tabs are, and then times that by how many boxes or tabs you actually have, and then setting an auto for that. I'll review that in class, and I hope this worked out for you. I hope that you find this fairly simple. If you have any questions, please send me an email, and I'll see you in class on Thursday. Thank you.